Just got the word this morning, going to Richland, Washington. Literally nothing out there. And I get to stay there all day because my load doesn't pick up till 5 in the morning. Welcome back to OTR, people! Woo! So we made it to Richland. Of course, middle of fucking nowhere. Nowhere to park. I did find somewhere. Sitting behind a Walmart right now. That should be fine, I think. They kept telling me, yeah, people park here all the time, no problem, no problem. Ever had anybody do a 34 here? Sit here for 34 hours, just in the way. Idling in the truck because it's hot and we don't have AC in the truck. We'll see. Wish I would have known earlier that I was going to be stranded behind a Walmart for 2 days because I went shopping before I left Lewiston. Picked up some stuff. So something you got to understand. This thing don't want to stay. I'll figure it out. One thing you got to understand, right? I've been home for a long time now, over around a year, and I just can't do the fast food thing every day like I used to, man. I've been doing pretty good at like maintaining my weight, not going over, not necessarily losing weight either, but you know, potatoes is good, you know. So I'm not gonna eat fast food. I gotta eat something. Which is why today I'm gonna introduce you guys, watch out, to the Meal Maker 5000. Oh boy, am I excited to use this thing. So, it's a toaster oven. Yeah, there's a toaster oven. The thing is though, right, like a toaster oven, basically an oven, it's gonna get hot. Can't just put it anywhere on the truck. Got a table for that. Wooden table, ought to be fine. Can only use it every once in a while, so I gotta kind of prep some meals. But you know, like, I can cook french fries in here. This thing's deep enough. I can cook a freaking pizza in here. I can make steak. And that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to make some steak. Let's get on it. I'm thinking onion with steak. Steak and onions. Not a bad thing. Got a new knife, which still learning how to use. Well, literally, this is the first thing I'm cutting with it. I'm thinking whole onion rings, separated and fried. Doesn't cut too bad, actually. Yeah, probably about that much. Just needed enough for one steak. All right, we'll leave those whole. We need some herbs. Because when this is done, we're going to base this in a compound butter. Start with rosemary. Shh. My baby. She wants some. She knows that I'm making something, but she doesn't know what it is. I got better time over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Strips right off real nice and easy. All right, moving on. It is literally too hot in here not to have the truck on and the AC going. So, next ingredient, need some garlic. And I wish I had my garlic press for this, but I don't. So I think if you asked anybody, most people would agree that if you threw some paper on the ground, it'd be considered littering. Is it considered littering if you throw garlic paper on the ground? As in this white bullshit on the outside of a garlic bulb? Fuck, these are hard to get into. Come on. There we go. Give up. Give it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Fucking beauty. Now that we've got our garlic peeled, we're just going to roughly chop them. Yeah, I'm thinking nice big chunks. This is going to go on top of the steak and go in the butter and stuff. I think bigger chunks for this go. Something else we're going to want to do. One of the bulbs. Smash it up a little bit. Do what you got to do to get the paper off the outside of it. I'm not going to worry about cutting this one up. We just want a whole bulb to go along with our onions. Or excuse me, go on top of our steak. You'll see. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. Alright, so next on the agenda is the steak. Steak's simple. Alright? This is chuck eye steak. You know, a simple cut, very cheap. Literally all that they had available at the Walmart that I was shopping at earlier today. Nobody says that steak's got to be the most expensive cut. You can't have a good... The only way to have a good steak is to buy an expensive one. That's not true. You know what you're doing, you season it right, you cook it right. It's great. In my opinion, alright? Because everybody has a difference of opinion. The thing to do, if I had gloves, or if I could wash my hands easily, I'd be using my hands for this. But instead we're just going to drizzle a little olive oil on. A little bit much there. And a paper towel. Doesn't matter if it soaks up a little bit of it. We want to coat the outside of these steaks. Get it in there. That's why we have the tongs. These can be washed a little bit easier than my hands right now. Alright, just need a little bit more. God dang it. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. Give a nice coating on the outside, and we'll get the other side here in a second. Salt. Doesn't matter what kind of salt. I'm using sea salt here because I like grinding. Salt. Be generous with it. Don't be afraid. Virtually impossible to over season a steak. I mean, it is possible, but I mean, you have to be trying really hard. You know, just you want a nice, good, even coating on there. And do the same thing with some fresh cracked black pepper. I mean, come on, people. This is how you make a steak right here. Now you could go it alone. Just those two things. But a little bit of garlic powder, kicks those steaks up another notch. Once again, nice even shake. We're coating the surface here. We're getting it on the outside. Ideally, we would pat this down. Can't do that. Already, these steaks aren't even cooked yet. Smells delicious. Flip them over. Repeat the process. Come on. A little bit of olive oil. Yeah. Fuck it. A lot of olive oil. It's going to add a nice flavor. It's going to help it cook. Help get a nice crust on the surface. Same thing. Salt. Don't be afraid. Salt is your friend. Salt brings out flavor. Some pepper. A little bit of kick. A little bit of heat. in the back of the throat. Can never go wrong with salt and pepper, just about anything. Unless you're making pancakes, then you probably don't want to do that. Alright, garlic powder. Get that sucker on there. So we probably got a good 15 minutes or so before the oven's going to be up to temp. So we're going to set this off to the side. Perfectly fine to do that, letting it marinate a little bit. If you wanted to, optionally, you could have mixed some of this olive oil with some soy sauce and use that to coat it instead. Get some nice rich umami in there. It doesn't make it taste like soy sauce, doesn't make it taste like teriyaki, doesn't make it taste Chinesey or Asian or anything like that. It just increases the umami flavor, gives it a real nice flavor. So I set these off to the side. One last thing to do before we turn on the oven, and then we can get to cooking. Alright, so last step, we're going to want to coat our pan in tin foil. This is because we're on a truck. We don't want a big old mess to clean up. So, there we go. All right, we're gonna put the onions onto this tray. Ideally, you'd have the oven on, you'd be ready to go. You get this thing in there, but we got to get the oven preheated. I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, just put some oil in there. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Let's put some oil in here. Just maybe like a cap full. Yeah, see how much? A little bit goes a long way sometimes. Just a little bit. All right, we're gonna get the oven preheating. Get this stuff in there. Ready to go. Usually you'd want to set around 275. We're gonna set it for 280, set it for 45 minutes and just kind of see how long it takes. We're gonna put the steaks in. Kind of up near the top, away from the heat source. And then the onions just below that. We put some more of the herbs on there, thyme, garlic, and rosemary. And we're just gonna let these cook for about 45 minutes. Now then, let's talk about compound butter. I like using sweet cream unsalted butter. I think it melts better. I think it combines better. Use what you like, but I would say you make sure at least you use unsalted butter when you're making your compound butter, because you want to be the one who's adding all of the flavor to the butter besides the butter flavor itself. You want to be the one who's putting everything in there. That way you have control over it so it doesn't get too salty. Pretty much impossible to avoid. I'm going to have to use a whole stick of butter. Ignore the nastiness in the background. Oh my god, what's that? Oh my god. Ew, old food. Ugh, throw that away later. Nasty microwave. Okay. We're gonna want to do like a minute. Oops. And at 50% power. Alright, what we're hoping for, you don't want it completely melted. You want it to be kind of slightly melted. Soft, really. Ugh, fucking one-handed. So, that's about right. We want to be able to press through it fairly easily. It's a little maybe overly melted, even. But, you know, actually, yeah, that's actually perfect, right there. Mix it up a little bit, kind of get the heat evenly distributed throughout the whole stick. So we don't want it completely melted. You can work with it like that. I've made compound butter like that before, but you kind of want to be able to, like, almost knead this. knead it like a dough. Because you need it for your steak if you want it to be delicious. Oh my God, this is gonna be delicious. I'm so excited. Okay. So, need to adjust this thing here. Damn. Ah! Piece of shit. Just now noticing that a lot of these angles are kind of crotch oriented. That's not on purpose. It's just there's not a lot of room to work here. So we got our butter, got our garlic and stuff. I'll put all that into there. Mmm. Muy delicioso. Got a basic compound butter. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in here. Can't do that on camera because I got nowhere to put the stupid thing. Only got 2 hands. Just a few cranks. Mix that up. That's just gonna help boost the already awesome flavor of your steak. Now then, while that's still formable, you're gonna wanna grab something like some saran wrap. Unfortunately, I did not get saran wrap, so I'm gonna have to use Reynolds wrap. But you want something to put your compound butter into. The idea being, you're gonna roll your compound butter into a log. I just realized I'm not gonna be able to do this here. We got our tin foil or saran wrap or whatever you're using. Plop that in the middle. We're gonna try to make a butter log. That's what we're going for. Imagine if you were just trying to make your own stick of butter at home. But of course, you know, hard to make squares, easy to make circles. Want as much of that deliciousness on there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ugh. Stuff's messy, gets all over my my hands here. Alright. So we're gonna kinda fold up the sides just a little bit. Alright. Kinda doesn't need to be perfect. Just kind of burrito roll it. You know? Pinch up the sides. Alright. Don't want no butter seepage here. Alright, put it in the fridge or the freezer until your steak's ready. That stuff will last as long as butter does, I believe. Here's where a little bit of experience comes in. I checked on the onions. Looking a little dark around the edges, so turn down the temperature just a little bit. Steaks are looking real good. Turn down to about 250. We're gonna give that about 10 minutes, see what we're looking at. Just keep an eye on it. Yo boy! It's almost done. Really excited. The onions, they got done a little bit sooner. We're kind of sitting here, we're gonna throw them back in for a quick hot second. When we pull the steaks out. Look at that, guys. They're looking pretty good. Nice and tender. Should be just about a perfect. Maybe even a little bit more on the rare side. It's alright though. We're not quite done cooking yet. Cookinator 5000, whatever I called it. Got a broil setting. Nope. Broil. Temperature. As high as you'll go, buddy. 450. Good enough. Hey. Baby. I'm trying to make a video. I'm trying to make a video here. Calm down. Alright. 450. Put the broiler on. Let's put the steaks back in there. want to take everything off because everything else will burn under the broiler. Want to go maybe 2 to 3 minutes per side. Get a nice golden crust on there. Just keep an eye on it. That's all we can do. Whenever you're broiling something, don't ever leave it. Oh yeah, get a nice crust on there. A little bit more for this side for sure. I'd say this one's almost ready to go. Give them another minute. Look at them beauties. Oh, dripping with fat. I cannot wait to eat them. All right, good, looking much better. Quick flip. This one's a little bit more fall aparty. All right, back in. This is making a mess. I can tell. Beautiful color. That part's a little overcooked. A little bit on the well done side. A little bit on the well done side. This guy, on the other hand, woo, what a beauty. Grab a couple knobs of our compound butter. That's what they're called. Don't laugh at me. Don't at me, bro. Compound butter. Oof. At the end one here. Frickin' can't do it with one hand, huh? Shit. Once up in the tin foil, that's why I didn't want to come out. Give them like 5 minutes. Let them settle. Delicious. Vegans, you might want to turn away now. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Nice medium. Oh, perfect. I'm telling you, man, 45 minutes in the oven at 275. Turn it down a little bit maybe, but oh. Oh, and we cannot forget, you can't just have steak for lunch. How about maybe some nice warmed up bread? Oh yeah. So I know you're asking yourself, John, you spent all that time, all that effort. How long did it take? I don't know. Pretty sure I started around 3:30. It's about 5:30 now, so took a little while. Was it worth it? Can the Pope stick fit through a donut hole? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh my God, you guys. I haven't had steak in a minute. Oh, it's so tender, so juicy, so flavorful. Was it worth it? Yes. The Pope's dick can fit through a donut hole. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. I was driving the road for almost 2 years before I got the chance to do my dedicated route. Get taken off my dedicated route, first thing I do is, hey man, I gotta cook something. This is awesome. Oh my God, the onions, the garlic, I can taste the rosemary and the thyme. It all comes together. And the butter. It's nice rich creaminess. I swear to God, I can cook a steak in just about anything but a microwave. I would never cook a steak in a microwave. That is horrifying to think about the outcome of that. I also wouldn't boil a steak. Delicious. Oh my God. Hey man, we're in quarantine. stay at home, don't go to restaurants, don't go to public gatherings. Doesn't mean you can't have a nice meal. It's perfect. I was really worried I'd overcooked it. Perfect. Let's see what the dogs think. Wants the first piece. Ooh. Ooh. Good girl. Tasty? Didn't even taste it. Probably should have cut up some other pieces. You didn't even taste it either. Come on, guys. All right, Oreo. Oreo, you want a piece? Nummy, nummy. Yum, yum. She'll chew it up. Thank you for not just swallowing it. And there it goes. Huh? Was that good or what? Huh? Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So while I'm out over the road, I want to update you guys, kind of like this. Every so often, not like every day or whatever, but you know, as often as I can, as often as I have some time to kind of set it up, show you guys what I'm doing. So I'd say definitely probably something tomorrow. Show you guys what I do with that other steak. By the way, this was supposed to be my lunch. It's dinner. This is dinner. I got French fries in there. I got a mini fridge. Kind of a big one. I wanted something that like it had a decent sized freezer because I've had mini fridges before and had those little fucking piece of shit freezers on them. I want something with a decent sized freezer, so I got something with a decent sized freezer. And man, I'm loving it. I got a big 5-pound bag of fries. Fit in there no problem. And 2 pizzas and something else I don't remember. Some other stuff I don't remember putting in the freezer. I mean, I put stuff in the freezer, some meat or something, but hamburgers and bratwurst and some more steak. Can't go this long without steak. Anyways, it's becoming a little rambly. Love y'all. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Remember, you don't gotta go somewhere fancy to eat a fancy dinner. This is a much better idea than truck pad thai, peanut butter and ramen noodles. What an idiot! And you know we probably got. Hey, there's nothing out there. Shut the fuck up. I should probably adjust that. Hey. A little bit better. That's reflective as fuck, isn't it? I guess you can't see it. You know, I'm cooking for myself. Doesn't have to be a lot of fucking onions.